This could be a big mistake.
Mistake?
If they could do that to a wall, imagine what they could do to our heads.
For sure. And our heads are nowhere near that big.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, and we didn't make that hole, you wacko!
Oh no.
What's up, everybody? As always, I'm one of your hosts, Diamond Dave Wheeler, aka Dave Wonder, aka I don't know, I screwed up that opening already. But hi, welcome to Turtle Talk, your monthly installment of everything TMNT. You may be asking yourself what the shell I'm doing here all by myself, but the trick is, I'm not. I'm here with some very awesome shellheads that, in the usual fellow host, the bitterest of Marks, whose name isn't even Mark. Liar. No, I'm just kidding. It's Dan. What up, dude? Oh no, why are you muted? Uh-oh. Welcome back to you. And I see our other host hiding behind something. So what's up, E? How's it going, Mr. Gigi?
Hey, what's happening?
What is
How you
shit?
doing, Mr. Wonder?
Oh,
Thanks
dude,
for having me.
Yeah, dude, you're out more than welcome. Man, I cannot talk tonight. Dan,
Better?
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Hi, Dan.
Hey guys, it's been a while for me. It's been a while for Geeky too. I missed either
figured
last month.
We'd come back strong.
Absolutely, I know. I love this crowd of guys we got going today. What's going on, gentlemen?
Oh man, it's a good time to be a Turtle fan. That's all I'll say.
Oh,
Holy
it's
crap.
such a good month. I can't wait. I've been waiting all week for this episode. We have so much to talk about.
Dude, oh my god, it's
So much.
It's gonna be great. Also, I gotta give a real quick shout out to the COJ in the chat. We got Mr. Allmine Geeker Queen, Mike, Mr. Ryan Clark, Badger, or Epic Badger rather, Jesse. We got Bryo. Bryo, thank you for the Pinky and the Bean fan art, by the way. Coming to t-shirts soon. I'll show that later on. What up, Cyber Jedi? Literally action figures. We got comics. We got. Wait a second, Mr. Geeky. I see you. Oh, what up, Boot Camp? But as Dan was saying, we got a lot
We got
to catch up on. Plus, we have a couple in-hand products to talk about. So it's an exciting time, a really exciting time. So without further ado, I think we'll dive into the news if that's all right with you, gents.
I'd love to. Let's
All
go.
Drive away.
Banzai. So starting out, we have the package shots of the Mummy. We had already seen this portraiture. Again, they've been killing it with this artwork. I hope they make posters of this because,
Sure.
well, this one is a fantastic portrait. This is what I want
That's
on
a
my
poster
wall
right there. Absolutely.
so badly. Through ancient dust and pizza crust lurks Michelangelo as the Mummy.
He's very good.
It's just stunning.
I spent the I don't want to say the majority of the day. There were 40-second commercials, but my son Connor requested that we go back to YouTube and go through and watch all of the NECA commercials for each one of these figures, the Universal Monster Turtle figures. He loves watching those. So that the voice that you just did is fresh in my mind. That was
dude, it's
nicely
so
done.
good. It's so good.
We can't wait.
It's very, very cool to feel like a little kid looking at a product that's clearly meant for more adult collectors, especially with the price point and such. But like, I'm just as excited for this as I was with these guys right here.
There you go.
Right.
So
Do we have a release date on anything else after the? I know the Raphael's already out, but do we have a release date on anybody else?
I believe Mikey is supposed to be sometime this summer. Or no, Mike. Yeah, I think Mikey's end of summer maybe, or no, Leo's end of summer. Mikey, I think
Leo's first. I think you're right.
I think then Mikey is third quarter, if I remember correctly. But we can check on a site in just a wait. Shaggy, without further ado, why? But oh, what up, Juan? Mikey's the best turtles, of course. Damn right, literally. But yeah, no. So we can move on from here because when they revealed these for Monster Mayhem, they revealed a couple cool things. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
I think. Go ahead. What do you got?
Now, it might be hard to see. We have Donnie as the Invisible Man. Now you see, it's okay. We're all dads. We can make these terrible jokes. But
now, this reveal was kind of hidden, right?
Yeah. So this dropped along with a bunch of other stuff. So it was almost like, oh yeah, no. By the way, here's a reveal of.
Yeah, it was like the only place I saw it was NECA's Instagram post, where the first it was 3 pictures, and the first 2 pictures were the packaging for the Michelangelo. Yeah, and then this one was just tacked onto the on the end of it.
And I don't know. This caught me off guard. I do love that Donnie is the chemist. I'm not gonna lie. I was totally expecting, because of the theming of everything else, I thought we were gonna get him as Dr. Frankenstein. But this friggin' rules. Oh, thank you, Brian. It's actually turtle green. Also, apparently Leo has already hit overseas in AliExpress. There you go.
Really?
Oh, Mummy Mikey is September on Big Bad. There we go.
Okay.
We just got to leave it to the COJ.
We will have, close to a complete set of this by Halloween.
Right?
I mean, I think it's going to be ongoing, from my understanding. They're like they showed the April now, which is we'll probably get to that in a second. So I don't want So never mind. Maybe they didn't do that.
One cool thing is we also got in-package shots of Leo, and in-package shots of Leo, and on the side you got a tease, but it was blurry in most of the images. But what we couldn't see, what we couldn't make out, was, in my opinion, the true leader of the Ninja Turtles.
Controversial statement. You
have Splinter, as none other than Van Helsing.
Vampire Hunter. This is did anybody see this coming?
I did not. I heard Shredder as Van Helsing. I heard Casey Jones as Van Helsing. Yeah. When this popped up, also I was viewing this on my phone very, very, very early in the morning, and I was like, why does he come with marshmallows on a stick? Not realizing it's the bolt for his freaking crossbow that he has.
Garlic, right? It's like garlic on a crossbow. Yeah.
It's garlic. So yeah, absolutely insane. Also, I'm really hoping, I know that it won't, but I'm hoping that a couple of these additional accoutrements come with him, because I think that would be really cool. And yeah, although the funny thing is, though, all of this, I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing, and then realize he's Donald ducking it. There's just no pants.
Oh my gosh, I didn't notice that.
That's right. Good call.
Just straight up blowing in the wind.
Is there any iteration of Splinter where he has pants on?
I mean, not really, but
okay, it's fine. It's on. It's on brand.
This is a different iteration. You know what I mean?
That's a good question. Now I'm thinking back, and I'm like, well, was he ever wearing pants in like the Archie comic? You know,
He did wear. I can't think of the proper terminology, so forgive me. But like, ninja hammer pants. Like, he had what he had on when he was a Matoyoshi, which we'll get to that later too. Mm-hmm. But he'd had that on before. Oh, rumblings around that Shredder is going to be Dracula, but I'm all for it.
That makes at this point we need a vampire. We have the Vampire Hunter. We need a vampire.
Here's what I'm hoping. I hope we get Shredder as Dracula, and we get foot soldiers as like mindless vamps. I think that'd
be cool. That'd be very cool.
Ooh, speaking of Donnie and Splinter, they're the next wave of 5K turtles. Also, more Leo pre-orders going up if you missed the first time. There we go, Hankin. I didn't see the Donnie and Splinter pre-orders go up yet, though. I know that they had been talked about, but Robo asked if Splinter has to hunt his sons now that he's Van Helsing. Technically, maybe he has to go find them. Not so. I mean, it's hunting in a manner of speaking.
Sure, form like an Avengers-like team of monsters to go fight the evil Dracula.
Well, Thank you for that, comics.
I love that this is like allowing for creating some new, possible stories and plot to go along with this.
I'm all for it. Build that world, build that mythos. Like, I think about the Tales of the TMNT where they're all chasing the classic monsters, and it's just like, okay, that was really cool. This is something that they could just, I mean, it's NECA, so they can just world build like crazy. And I'm all for it. Also, I heard rumblings of people saying that they saw stuff back here.
That's the thing I was looking at. The thing that almost looks like a cat with his arms outstretched in the background. I couldn't figure out what that was.
Is that a tree?
Ice cream kitty to the right. Is that what that is?
If they give us, be kitty in this line. Oh
my gosh.
What universal monster would Toka and Razar be? I think Razar would have to be the wolf man. Toka could be the creature.
Yeah, that's true. Well, in the Mirage, when Toka first came out, it was like very, very monsterette, like much more monstery than. Oh yeah.
Dude, the big one for me is, we never clearly got it from the 2012 series, and clearly I'm on a kick from that. I want Toka from that series. I want that big Mamma Jamma Godzilla sized Toka. Like, oh my god. Oh, comics. I'm a biology teacher. Can't help it. Sorry, y'all. It's all right. What universe? Oh, never mind. We already got that one. Okay. So, really cool reveal. I'll be really curious to see the package of this one, because I think now we've seen all of the initial reveals, because the ones that were blacked out when we saw the mystery package was Mummy, Invisible Man, and now Helsing, or Van Helsing.
Give us more. Give us more.
Hell yeah. Moving on. The San Diego NECA Comic-Con exclusives. I popped this up here because this showed all of them. So you had the Dungeons & Dragons, the Lost Wave, The Thing movie poster figure, the Ultimate Greta in Wedding Dress Gremlin, and of course, the Premonition of Premutation box set. So, I put this to you, gents. Did you see this one coming? Because this came out of left field for me. I know that these had been requested, but I was like, whoa.
The figures...
Also, this needs to be a shirt. Right.
I'd say the figures themselves, I assumed would be coming, but altogether and in this fashion, I don't know that I would have predicted that. That
I've never heard anybody mention and I mean, I don't really have my ear to the ground much, but the human version of Baxter Stockman was a complete shock to me. I don't think the Bebop and Rocksteady are completely out of left field, just because of the other gang members that we were supposedly getting. I love it. Were you guys able to get this? Were you able to pick this up pretty easily?
I did, and I was genuinely shocked.
Right.
Actually, someone in the chat earlier was saying apparently they were up for almost 20 minutes.
I was going to ask if anybody knew the time. Okay, so there was a decent window. Geeky, did you get this?
No. So here's the deal. I was actually there's a reason that I wasn't able to get it, but I missed the window.
Okay.
So I'll be at Comic-Con, so I'm assuming I'll get another shot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got a shot. Dave, did you pick up anything else other than the turtle stuff?
So I am pretty much laser focused right now on turtles.
Keep it on brand, baby. There you go.
I'm trying really, really hard to do that, and that's
this isn't Gremlin talk, right?
Shit ton of product. Don't get me wrong, I love Gremlins, but I didn't get into it at the beginning of the line, and every so often I get a little itchy, and I go and I'm like, maybe I'll look and and see what those are going for. And then I decided I'm not going to ever collect them.
Now, this is the first time I'm really looking at this set, like up close and really like studying it. I'm talking about the Turtle 4-pack. Do you think this is less accessories than we normally get in a 4-pack?
I think it was interesting because I looked at this and then I look at the current trend. So we got the Haulathon box set of the Turtles, the Control Art Turtles, right? That compared to the Turtles in Disguise was less accessories. Looking at this is about on par with what we were getting with like the video game Turtles.
Right, yeah. But it's nowhere near the new set, right?
No, the new set had the camera set up.
Well, but
that
was kind of the biggest. That was also pre like all the plastic explosion of costs and everything too, I think. So
that's a good point.
Oh damn! Tarf threw out. I was happy they offered it for international fans, and surprised it was up for almost 30 minutes.
30 minutes, man.
Damn. Wow. But yeah, again, I also dig. Well, we'll get to up close pictures here in a second. But
here's what I'll say was what I was I was surprised wasn't in it was a Barney Stockman head. I thought for sure if Baxter's going to be in there, they're going to throw that in as a.
It would have been an easy one for sure. Also, I was looking at the art because there's always a little tease, and so you have Hamato Yoshi looking like, I don't want to say. You have Baxter Stockman flipping the switch, and then you got Bebop and Rocksteady. But I noticed up here, so usually we'll get a teaser too, but you're looking on this, and it's like, okay, maybe
it's pretty cut and dry, yeah.
A Roadkill Rodney, and this is apparently supposed to be Bebop and Rocksteady's room. But if you look real close, there's got to be like a Bugman or something. I think that's a Bugman comic.
I'm certain they'll have some more teases on there. There's never been a set, I don't think, where they haven't thrown a little couple extra Easter eggs in there.
Oh man, Barney might be too deep of a cut even for NECA. I don't know, man.
I don't know if that's possible.
But because even on here, like you got Roadkill Rodney. Right here, you have the Knucklehead, which I thought that was pretty interesting.
Cool. That's fun.
Sorry, go ahead.
That'll be a question that I have for you guys later.
We're talking toys. Let's do it.
Well, all right. So one of the questions I was going to say was about with the turtle van that we just got. Are there other vehicles that were in the original series from the cartoon that you'd want to see? And Knucklehead was like that's one of my top ones, I think.
Dan, do you have? I don't want to.
Nothing comes to mind. I mean, the turtle van is the one and done. No, we need a module.
See, I was thinking mutant module, which again, that's a big one. But I was even thinking like Cheapskate or the Shell Cycle, like there's the Sewer Cycle rather, like some of the smaller, more accessible ones. Because I'm like, okay, like the turtle van, mutant module, big Technodrome, really big, like, but the Cheapskate. Manageable. You could put that in a cart that would, or in a carton that would fit on the shelf, real easy. And the cool thing is, you could pack it with the repack figure like Mondo Gecko. You could give it any of the turtles. We could get, you could get some of like weird reuse of like the disguised frogs or something like that too. You could do something like that. Oh, they should have included a rhino and a warthog. That would have been pretty cool, actually.
I'm kind of anticipating them doing another set where you have like,
or maybe an accessory pack. I think we're due for an accessory pack for this cartoon line. Not like we don't have enough accessories, but there's enough big, important pieces that I think they could easily put one together.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What a nightmare! Oh, the turtle blimp. Man, just don't let Playmates touch that one. I was so hyped for that turtle blimp re-release. And I got it, and I was like, "This is the 2012 base." And like, I had it like I had blown it up without taking the base out, like not even thinking like, "Oh, it's gonna be a different base." I was like, "Oh man, dang it." Pablo. Oh, what up, Pablo? Says, I think Hamato Yoshi would have been better in a 2-pack with a Rokusaki and a Foot Clan dojo, like the Memory Show, when Saki got Hamato Yoshi kicked out from the Foot. A 2-pack would have been an easy, that could be an easy re-release for down the road too for retail. So
yeah, that was going to be my question. Is this definitely exclusive to Comic-Con and the online store?
As of right now, it is.
What was the deal last year? What was the comic? What was it the new set?
Because of the pandemic.
Oh, that's right.
To make it more readily available, and this was the same with the Turtles Mighty Mutagen Tour set. Both those sets they made available in stores afterwards. So this I could see this hitting stores, but I could see it rotting on store shelves, unfortunately.
Yep, just like the majority of their product right now, right?
Yeah.
Well, did the Oroco and Hamato set, was that one that was sitting there, or is that pretty well bought?
So when that hit, there was the initial like burst where people were like, "Oh my god," and then they reshipped super heavy on it. And oh, what up, Chris? How's it going? And they reshipped super heavy on it. And now, if you go to Walmart around the cities, granted, I don't get out that much, but the couple that I have gotten to in the past like month and a half, there's still like 3 or 4 sets.
Yeah, you can definitely find
of those guys chilling.
That set specifically. And then the cartoon line, you go to Target and they just have at least my Target has piles of any of the cartoon set that you want. Sans a couple of them, but I think we even still have like a robotic Bebop and Rocksteady available. We still have some of those even like hard to find ones.
Hey, what about Token and Razar? Have those been showing up anywhere, or is that just Holothon?
The cartoon ones, that we were talking about this in the Turtle Talk group chat actually. It looked like they hit, but it was that kind of initial.
It looked like 7 of them hit. Like nobody saw these, but somehow they ended up on eBay. I'm gonna jump the gun a little bit, but if you look here. Oh, they're on the back of the box.
Yep.
There we go. They're on the back of this is the new Mouser set. But they're on the back of the box.
Along with
the Usagi and the Super Bebop Mighty Rocksteady. But I don't know. I don't know what the story is with Toka and Razor. I feel like everybody else we have a plan for, and they're eventually coming. Toka and Razor, I'm hoping just don't get skipped.
I have a feeling it's one of those things, and you and I have talked about this, that like the Casey Jones and Foot Soldier 2-pack, like that just didn't hit here. Like it just didn't hit Minnesota, or if it did, it was one of those things of, here, you get one for the state.
Right.
We have officially fulfilled you. But you know what I mean? Like I'm hoping it's not that, because that's kind of almost falling back into old habits. But at the same time, I feel terrible saying this, and I know that this is going to rub a lot of people the wrong way. I almost miss when there was scarcity of these products.
Oh, me too.
Because it was that thing of like, it was fun. Like, and it was the thing
hunt was on, yeah.
Yeah, but again, it was. Granted, with gas, the price is the way that it is right now. All right, I'm okay with it being plentiful. But it was that thing of. It was like that nutty time of like being a kid again and just being like, oh my god, do you think they're gonna have turtles at the store? Like it was this thing of you didn't know if they would or not. You didn't know if the store would have them in stock because they were just that popular. And they just
Comics in the chat has one. He has a set.
Oh, for real? There you go. Holy crap!
Sweet.
Well, congratulations. Take some pictures. Oh, my cartoon Token Razor got canceled from Holothon, and I've never seen them in Target. I still want them, though. It's fair.
Oh, bummer. Yeah.
Right, Hagen? Scarcity? How dare you? Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I got kind of, I don't know. I'm almost like burnt out on a lot of collecting right now, because there's so much, and it's like fatigue from so much awesomeness.
There's a lot to it too. There's a lot of stuff out there to collect. Gas is high. Plastic price is going up, so prices are going up on these figures.
Yeah,
there's just a lot working against us in terms of collecting. I think a burnout is I think it's expected. I think it's definitely justifiable.
Well, that's yeah. It is what it is. But let's get back to this awesome set. We'll get back into that stuff in a while. Fucking got heavy in here for a minute. God dang. Oh, comics. Yes, go check out Comics 1017. Apparently, they reviewed it live.
I will be checking that out. Perfect.
Comics, send me a link because I'll forget. I'm sorry. Moving on, a couple awesome action shots. I know it was brought up in the chat too. People are wanting this diorama. They, and I agree. I fully agree. I think this should be something that they do. I mean, you could make it the length of the box and make it, basically fold out walls and a fold down floor.
I'm surprised they haven't done it already. But
they did. I mean, they teased it in a while back that there was something like this coming. So
they've teased this. They've teased. I mean, they teased that the same or before the Turtle Van, didn't they?
At the same time, it was in the in the layer that they teased the Turtle Van. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You're talking about an actual like diorama, like plastic. I'm talking about just like a fold out, like the new set is a fold out, and it's like its own like little diorama. I'm surprised they haven't done that with the turtle layer. Like it just seems like a layup.
Oh, I mean, that would be pretty damn cool, and it would be a cheap way to do it.
Cheap, right? Exactly.
I would absolutely love something like this in 3 dimensions. I mean, okay. I would love something like this to be made. I'm lucky enough. I have one of May 1979's customs dioramas, which is insane. Go check him out. I always plug him because his shit is bonkers, and he's really nice too. But seeing this on maybe not a shelf, like this would be something that would make sense for me as a San Diego exclusive, or some sort of NECA store exclusive, where it's, hey, we're gonna offer this pre-order for a month. Everybody order.
Yeah, whoever wants it, right?
Yeah, do it like they did the Turtle Van, because I don't know if the Turtle Van is ever going to hit as I don't know if it's going to hit shelves. I don't know if that thing's going to be an in-store product. In all reality,
I can't see it being.
It's a lot of space. It's a lot of money.
Too much space. Exactly. It's too much working against it.
There we go. Could be fun, comics. Just saying. But moving on, I love this. Baxter comes with his net, his skimmer net, and little mini turtles that you can put in the net. Also, I was looking back here.
Always look in the background.
You get Krang's soap opera, I believe.
Yep.
And I've been trying to figure this out because I think that's
the mutants. It's Scrag, it's Grunt, and it's who's that, Dopey or Dumbo?
Like it's the rest of the group.
Yeah.
So we already have Scrag.
Theoretically,
so, could that be a tease? Yeah, hypothetically, someday.
We're absolutely gonna be getting the rest of those guys. It's just a matter of when, I'm guessing.
Oh well, no, I'm
when and how.
With the loot crate shit though, like that's a bummer.
Well, right, and that's the question, I guess, in terms of like, how does that fall in now?
It's a good call, Toy. If they design it to be modular so it can come apart and be displayed in small sections, that would be the best way to go. That would be interesting. They need to get the Turtle Van out of the way so that they can make my Jaws shark. I will be really, really curious to see what comes next. But let's talk about what's coming in the mail already. Moving on, I love that. I also enjoyed that they were like, should we make another diorama to put these guys in? Nah, have them partying in the turtle lair. Like, what? You guys. I was also looking around here to try and find any Easter eggs.
I'm not
seeing the
anything.
communicators, the boombox. I think this is another boombox.
Well, what's that in the picture frame behind? Is that?
This is the monster poster.
That's been there for a while.
Yeah, that's their movie poster that they have hung up in the lair. Moving on, again, you get the jar that you can put the turtles in. I think that's an amazing accessory. It's super goofy, super kind of stupid, but I love it.
Here's the question. I was talking with a friend about this. What is your opinion when you're displaying your figures and we already have like regular Baxter as a fly, right?
Yep.
Can you put this Baxter and the other unmutated characters in the same display so you have two representations of the same character? What are your rules? What do you do,
Mr. Geeky?
Well, I mean, I probably would. I mean, that to me is, I like the idea of having that representation of almost like it's the mutated, almost like you think of the old Hulk covers, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like you have Bruce Banner and then you have the Hulk standing behind. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And to me, that's like, it's like, oh, okay, you're watching the process happen. What would be fun too is if they had something where you're almost an in-between figure.
Yeah.
But
that'd be cool.
That's who knows on that.
For me, I have two main display, or I have like one main display, and then I have like Fred Wolf cartoon like diorama setup, like with the pizza monsters and stuff, and I'm like, that's probably where these guys will go.
That makes sense.
I'll have them be kind of punks.
You have basically 2 different sets that you can use it. Yeah, I can't decide what I want to do. I like Geeky's idea of doing almost like the Incredible Hulk, one guy behind the other, like the profile picture. But then that also kills the usability of that character, right? I can only use it to display him in both forms. I gotta figure out what I'm doing with it. You could use them as background
characters too. You could just add them to the background where you don't really pose them prominently. They just become background. But we're gonna get there. Don't worry about that. Comic says they'd have to go on a different shelf for display for sure.
Well, I mean, there might, if these figures keep coming out where it's the pre-mutated, I mean, there could be a whole section in and of itself.
Yeah, right. If they keep going with it, absolutely.
Moving on to the next shot.
Whoa, 1 second. What was in the background of the? Is this a different picture? Isn't that?
We got Channel 6. We got the Mousers, and I believe these are the Mutanimals.
Okay.
Aren't they?
Oh yeah, no. You know what that's from? From Dirk Savage. It's from the Dirk Savage episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, with AJ. With this is where he turned all those like one-timer mutants.
And that's where we got Token Razar in the series.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, maybe we'll get the more obscure one-offs, but who knows?
Could be a hint for Dirk Savage.
Put them in your wrestling diorama.
Fantastic.
Hamato Yoshi, coming with stick. Also, I don't know. I didn't remember seeing the bowl with the turtles, but we'll get to the accessory pick at the end. I am Batman. Nerds. What are you doing here? I don't know. Just a lot of fantastic details in here. Part of me is like, do we get the floor lamp? Give us the floor lamp. Start building out the set.
Just piece by piece. Give us one piece at a time, and we'll build it.
Here's a poster. Here's this. Here's that. But yeah, I think Hamato Yoshi looks dope. It looks exactly like he did in the series. Mm-hmm. I understand what they're going for with the white swoosh, but it's very distracting because every photo I look in, I'm just like, what the hell? Do I have some dead pixels on my screen? What's happening? Funny. Moving on, we got Bebop and Rocksteady. I love that people have been like, maybe we're gonna get these guys. I'm like, we might. The Scrag down there covered up, which means you got what is it? Genie Red. I think he's like Bulldog something. But I don't know. These look awesome. So it's very true. I am Batman. So say we all. With stick. These look awesome. Like
I was just thinking the same thing. They do. These figures do look amazing.
No ball. Stick. I love that Bebop has this like oddly jowly head. Like it's like the most cartoony thing I think I've seen in the sculpt so far. It just, I don't know. I dig it. Also, there's that fantastic Jack Specific garbage can. So much.
Got to do what they got to do.
I have one on my display. Moving on. We come to the accessories. Oh, we do get the bowl with the baby turtles.
Yeah, there you
go. There we go. I also enjoyed that Baxter comes with another Mouser. So you can build your Mouser army. And also a bunch of spray cans, so if your NWO setup's lacking.
Oh, look at this!
There you go.
Combine that with the garbage can, you're good to go. Yeah.
But overall, I love this. I love this set. I think it's gonna be cool.
Oh yeah. Well, I noticed too that they're all different buck types too. Yep. So in my mind, I'm like thinking towards reuse possibilities here. What might be coming next also. So. This is it's fun to think about those options.
It's fun, like that's the big thing like that I've loved about the cartoon lineup is you look at these and there's no denying what these are from. They're like these are so spot on. Oh damn, Toylip says I got my pre-order in for that premutation set. Score! Hope everybody got it in if they wanted.
Nice.
What up, Mixie? We're not there yet.
Did they say a release date for this when it's shipping?
I believe these are supposed to ship right after the show.
Oh, really? Oh, that's great.
So, whether or not, I mean, I'm trying to think of years past when they've put this up. I mean, I think it's been like a week or two after the show they shipped. So, but
great.
Yeah, bonkers stuff. What up, Stinkfist? How's it going? I am Batman. What? I get excited about a lot of things.
We all do.
So say we all. Moving on. Hey, guess what, guys? They're reusing the turtle molds.
Shocking.
What do
you think of this?
These are the most inventive reuses.
Okay, that's okay. That's a positive.
Okay, we get a Ryu, we get a Chun-Li that we've seen. We're also getting Guile and Ken. This fucking body. I'm sorry. This buck is like shit, over 10 years old.
Oh, from the classics, right? Is that what that's?
So 12 years old.
I like what they're doing with the shading. I mean, the
deco is cool. I'll be curious if they can actually successfully hit that deco and make it look like that on a regular basis. I'm waiting for Leonardo to have a smile that's over on his friggin' ear.
What is the smile a reference to? Like, is that accurate in any way?
I don't know. The only thing I could think of is Tournament Fighters.
Right. It kind of. I mean, that's what it reminded me of too. There's like this funny grin on his
style.
face.
Right,
yeah. I am Batman. This would be Playmates Toys, technically the sole owner of the TMNT rights currently. As soon as these popped up, I'm like, wow, that's a really cool custom. And then I was like, oh god, this is posted by Playmates. Like, what the hell? Also, the thing that weirds me out, this is Leo with the big cheese-eating grin. Like,
it seems like a
I'm looking at screenshots right now of gameplay. Leo's mouth is closed. It's just a line for his mouth.
Yep.
The only thing this is close to is the cover of the Super Nintendo and Genesis games.
I was gonna say because he has the
but it's not a smile. It's the classic like turtle, almost the 8, like a stretched out 8 symbol with the teeth. That's not what this is. This is like a clown face.
Pablo, you would be correct on that. They did skip the deco on the arms and the legs. The most noticeable part of this freaking mold. It's like, would you like a line and another 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 line?
Also in the game, I mean, if this isn't a game reference, then that's on me. My apologies. But in the game, all of Raphael's elbow pads and knee pads, and is that Michelangelo?
That is Michelangelo.
Okay. But the all of his gear and his belt matches the color of his bandana in the game.
They're color coded. This to me says, hey, we're reusing the arms and legs that we used from the Cobra Kai crossover,
right?
Or the Karate Kid crossover.
And that's the thing too, is that this could just be that they're needed to put something together for the promo spots here, and they haven't. Maybe in the final it will actually be color coded properly.
Yeah.
These are so oddly complete. Look at Chun-Li. Look at Ryu. Like those are finished product. You know what I mean?
Those are good.
Yeah.
And that's the funny thing is, if you look at this side of the screen, cool. Like an affordable
cool.
Ryu and Ken and Guile and Chun-Li, great. Like fantastic. If you're a Street Fighter fan, it's been a long ass time since there's been an affordable Street Fighter.
If you're a Street Fighter fan, 3/4 of this screen is awesome. If you're a Tournament Fighters fan, I don't know what's awesome about any the power bar. I would have liked this picture to be the right side is all Street Fighter, including the power bar, which is correct. But then do the left side, have the power bar be Tournament Fighters, where it's the double power bar. You know what I mean? To have it be like separated more.
Is that what they're going for here? Is they're trying to have it reminiscent of the Tournament Fighter for the Turtles?
Tournament Fighters and Street Fighter. It's supposed to be just kind of a callback to the various fighting games. Because if I remember correctly, this is a Tournament Fighters background. This is I think this is also a Tournament Fighters background.
Yeah. Here's what I'll say with these. With the Turtles, it would be in my mind, would be so much cooler if they just made them purple and made them the clone turtles, because those, it's like, What's that?
Man. Another thing that bugs the piss out of me is it's like, okay, they're also gigantic. Ryu is supposed to be like 6 foot. Like, this is a 6'3" turtle.
It was the same with the Cobra Kai stuff too.
Oh yeah.
Where
Well,
it wasn't
they're using the mold that. Oh, and oh my god. So I saw the. I'm sorry. This mold pisses me off so much, and I don't get angry very easily. But I saw the other two packs of the re-releases of the classic Turtles with the villain. So I saw the Triceraton and I saw Shredder when I was down in Iowa for Des Moines Con. DesMoinesCon.com. Go check it out. Fuck. Like, that Shredder was the biggest pile of goose shit. The Triceraton was by far the best try for like, hey, here's something new. And I looked at it and I'm like, it's a really valiant effort. And then my buddy pointed out that I think those are reused like legs, like parts of it was reused from the turtle. And I'm like, no, you were so close. Like,
I don't want to pile on, but does anybody else have a problem with the font that they chose for the letter on the belt?
It's the same one that they've
Has that
used
always
for
been like that?
the Legends, if I remember correctly.
It just looks
for
like
the
Times New
ones.
Roman.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Can't stand
I'm
it.
trying to see if I might have one in my background I could look at.
Well, and this is the crazy
Yes, I
thing.
do.
Like,
I do. Yeah, let's see. All right, here we go. We got here's that Mikey. Here's this Mikey. Let's take a look.
Yep.
Yeah,
Same
I think it's the
font.
same.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is it a molded M, or is it tampoed?
It looks like a molded M. Here,
Okay,
I'll
that's
bring it
probably
close.
why. Also, I
Yeah.
love that if you look at how he's holding these, I'm like, okay, that looks like he's clamping down. This one, there's blue tack or something. And what is this? Still weirds me out.
Oh, it's like a
Little,
yeah.
like,
It's almost like a little bit of a clay face thing going on there.
right? It's just Oh, there
But
we
that-
go. Comic says the Triceraton figure is kind of fun, but he doesn't go with any other lines, right? Thanks, Mr. Ryan Clark. I appreciate it. The turtle's been hitting the ooze. The turtle's been hitting the friggin' sauce, man. Like, good gravy. They are juiced to the gills. And again, the other two packs to go with Raph and Donnie are Guile and Ken. So I believe Ken will be a straight up redeco of Ryu. For the most part, new head, and then Guile. Oh, who knows?
But these the Street Fighter ones are brand new sculpts though, right? Those are.
It looks like it, yeah. Because I was trying to figure out what line they could have been from, and I legit don't know. David Tussler, what are you doing in the chat? Hey guys, dude, pop on, my friend. But yeah, it's just weird. So let's move on from the anger. These beautiful things. So we saw these a while back. We don't have a price tag on these that's been actually set yet. They will measure about 9 inches. But the cool thing is now we have 3D renders.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know. These are really cool.
That looks very cool. What is who's releasing these? I see it's Nickelodeon, but are they going to retail?
I think it's Heat Boys, and I think it's gonna just be an import line, to my understanding. Mikey, this is something really dorky, and you can see it more clearly in the deco pic, but he has the friggin' turtle van bombs on his
Good
forearm.
catch. That's right. Yeah.
Here's my hope with this one is that they do a Turtle Saint. Because
Oh, dude, that'd be so dope. You got Raph with his little arms and then his big arms.
Nice.
Man,
There it is. Also, he comes with a football helmet.
A football helmet. There you go.
I do also enjoy that they have their like over-the-top weapons, but then they also have, their side, their nunchucks. You got Donnie, who's the friggin' sniper of the group. And again,
Man,
absolutely
that looks
stunning.
good.
Has a little
Jeez.
drone,
Love that cloak too. That's fun.
right? It's
And that reminds
more Gundam than anything. Oh wow, Mr. Elm, I think I heard $130 each.
Whoa.
I mean, that's a lot of plastic. And then finally you have Leo, who's the most straightforward. I do enjoy that he has fucking guns It's like he's got his swords everywhere, and then it's like guns on the shoulder.
Just in case.
More like gun damn. But it also comes with little turtle pilots that you can put in to their backs.
Oh, that's very fun.
RX-78 Leo, right? Sandrock Donnie, Shenlong Raph, Heavy Arms Mikey, pretty much. I don't know. I gotta see the final price tag on these before I bite on them. I'm gonna stop sharing.
If they are 130, where are you at?
Yeah. Oh damn, 130. That I haven't seen anywhere that's actually has these up for sale yet. But on the Heat Boys _official Twitter account, they have this absolutely stunning video, and I'm just gonna let this baby play.
Jeez.
What? So this is all the articulation for it.
Wow.
Dang. That's neat.
That 3D turn, man.
That's
Oh my god. I saw this afternoon, and I'm like, I got all hot and bothered. I'm like, oh sweet sassy molasses. That's nice.
Jeez, look at that thing.
That's a lot
So
of
this
detail.
is Raphael's weapon.
130 is sounding more and more raid.
I think if I'm between the
gun
four,
barrel moves.
Right? Or are you saying, Mr. Geeky?
oh, I'm saying if I'm between the four, I think that Donnie is getting swooped. Just because it reminds me of like the cyborg Donnie from Urban Legend, it's got that fun element that almost.
Oh god, that's cool. I love that the drone pocket's right there, so it acts as a shoulder pad.
That's what's his face from the Rise, kind of similar. Rise of the.
Similar. There's like Mikey's Gatling guns.
Nice.
Like that.
What?
Isn't that cool?
What?
Like they went hardcore on these to show.
Yeah. All
Like,
right.
also the
Now I'm
fins
getting a
down
Mikey
here.
too. Dang it. You gotta stop showing me these. I'm gonna get them all by the time we're done here.
So I'm very excited for that line. It was one of those things that I was like looking through everything, and I was just like, man, I know that there was a lot of turtle news, but we talked about a lot of it last month. And so I was like, how's it gonna go? How's it gonna go? And then I saw those, and I'm like, sweet sassy molassie. Like, I need to go clean myself off, and then I'll come back and I'll save these images. Right, Mr. Hellman? I'm with you. These look like they'll have some die casts. I'll be real curious to see if they do.
That'd be cool.
One banging the credit card on the table. But yeah, it's one of those scary things where I'm like, oh god, I don't want to want these, but I want them all. That's very true, Mixie. I do have 2 kidneys. Gotta save one. Gotta save at least one. So I always have a spare. But yeah, so that was just the news portion. So what are your guys' thoughts? What was the highlights? What was the lowlights? Any concerns, thoughts, excitement?
Whoa,
Always excited. Yeah, always excited about this stuff, no matter what it is.
How I will afford it all is going to be.
Yeah, that's always the downside of all this stuff. How I will afford it, how the in-store stuff, how you physically get it.
That's where, like, with the 5K Toys Turtles, I'm like, are we going to get the rest of the Turtles? Because I have that Leo on pre-order, and I know Donnie and apparently Splinter have been rumored to be coming up next, and I'm like, all right, like, let's see what happens. So,
when's the Leatherhead that's not Leatherhead coming?
Leatherhead, I want to say is fall. Hold on, I have him on pre-order.
The not Leatherhead that very, very clearly is Leatherhead.
I believe he's called Crocker. Which I keep saying Crockett, and then my brother is like, Tubbs? I'm like, no. July.
Oh,
Okay.
what?
Oh,
That's pretty
I'm
soon.
I hope to see Shredder as a render suit. Damn, that'd be dope. Yeah, the Crocker is... I think the Crocker is going to win out for, like, my Ultimate shelf. Like, that's going to go next to the Super 7s and everything. I'm like, that works. Hankin, that is my fear. If we don't get all 4 or 5K turtles, I'll be crushed. I agree, because they look really damn cool.
Well, and what I'm excited for, I think, with the 5K stuff is that they kind of started that with some expanded character roster, which makes me think they'll go beyond just the 4 turtles there too.
And that's the thing is because Crocker, there's 2 variations of Crocker. Then they showed off another like anthropomorphic character, and I'm blanking on the character's name now, but it'll be interesting to see what comes. But those mecha turtles, though, like San Diego Comic-Con exclusive is really cool. Like all the other news, really, really cool. Like Monster Turtles, hell yeah. But those mecha turtles was that weird thing of just being like, I don't know why, but I feel funny. Like, this is real nice. I don't know. It's that like weird unknown thing of just like, I don't have mecha turtles. Like I've never owned mecha turtles. I mean, I closest I had was like the Exo Squad one that I got at a garage sale, but I wouldn't exactly be like, that's on par with this. Because yeah,
and it reminds me of those the Playmates ones that came out back in the day, where but like much more articulated, and much more to the level of what I wish would have been the case back then versus
yeah. Like again, the thing was seeing those Playmates ones. I was like, oh, goddamn body mold again. But my brain initially was like, that's some really cool deco. I really like the deco on those figures, on the torsos and the head. And it's just like, finish it off. Like, finish him. Like legit, finish him. Like finish the stupid deco. Like, and it's that thing of like, okay, cool. Like another set that I don't have to grab. Cool. It saves me money for more important things, like what we'll get into here shortly. Yeah. But I don't know. So there are a couple of things that we were going to talk about outside of news. I know Dan picked up one of those things because he already showed off the packaging. And Mr. Geeky, I'm not sure if you got in on these or not when they were up for order. But
yeah. But I did, but I haven't gotten mine yet. So
we are talking about.
I will be vicariously looking at yours.
Where'd they go? Ha!
Yeah.
Wow. Sweet mousers.
Nice.
So I know NECA is sending out the tracking information on these if you ordered through the website. Ignore the tracking information, guys. Mine said it was supposed to be delivered on June 11th by DHL, and that updated as of yesterday said June 11th. As of right now, it also says June 11th. If it has an astronomical expected date, at least in my area, expected sooner.
Mine says mine are still in Wisconsin, and I opened up a set tonight. So I'm just throwing that out. I had this big thing planned. I was going to be like, all right, you know what? Let's open this. Hello! There, I got excited. But yeah, they come absolutely packed to the gills.
It's 2 layers of it's like the front layer is mousers, and then there's a back layer to it. Behind, I don't know if you can see it, but the back layer has all the accessories on it.
Oh, and you can see. Oh, you can kind of see. I have one of the rodents with the black
the whole time.
Cheese. Yeah, it's just been a little out of focus.
I did not see that.
I love these. These are most rats we've gotten with the Rat King already. I've noticed that there's slight paint difference. These are kind of a creamy blue, and then there's some that are like straight gray. So I don't know if that's purposeful or if it was just 2 separate batches. It comes with possibly my favorite accessory ever in the Turtles, and this is gonna sound dumb because it's something so mundane, but a VHS
tape. Hook me up.
Like, I didn't know this was gonna be. I didn't know this was gonna be in here, and I'm stupidly excited about it.
Right?
Like, the ability for my figures to hold a VHS tape in their hands now.
Does that have a name on it? Is there like a title on the? No, it's just a blank one.
Haha, caught it. Yes.
You praise it and then you lose it immediately.
The thing that got me though is you get these, which are the battle damaged ones, there's a friggin' rat climbing out of a mouser body.
Love it.
It's great.
You get a couple blown up parts. There's the neck and that. So you can kind of like cobble together a mouser between the 3 blown up parts. But the cool thing is all the blown up parts still fully articulated.
I love that.
The
The adorable part here, somebody in the chat, it looks like it was Starscream, was asking if these are going to be a Target release or not.
I don't know.
I don't know either. The shelf space. Look at the size of this packaging versus the behind it. I've got the frogs.
Yeah,
it's much smaller. It's much more compact. I was shocked when I saw this. I was just expecting a regular like cartoon NECA box. I was expecting a box this size, and it came. I mean, 3/4 that size. And
I'm okay with that though, because that's
absolutely
a cool variation. Also, you do get a banged up one with the head is all like
like dented and stuff. That's great.
Stuff. Oh, they said NECA Store exclusive. It says goofballs. That's a bummer. But the funny and weird thing is you're also getting the another mouser with Baxter Stockman, which is Comic-Con exclusive. But all in all, so like full mousers, you get 5 mousers per pack that are whole. Like, that's a lot of mousers.
Put these in stores. These would sell. People will army build the hell out of this.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
How many? You ordered 2 packs, right?
I ordered 2 packs.
And Geeky, did you order 1?
No, I got 2.
You got 2. Okay.
I think I got whatever the maximum was how many I got of that one. I think.
I think it was. You could order 4. I think.
So then there's the answer.
There was part of me that was strongly like, maybe.
Oh, please update us on that. What a display you're gonna have.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just want to put this in my kitchen. Like I just think that'd be funny. I don't know why. I was showing this before the stream started. This is such a stupid little accessory that was not needed, but it is Baxter Stockman's like fly on the wall cam.
Oh,
it's
the little tiny. Flying, it's awesome. That was in the video games too. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Isn't
that nuts?
Where was that in the video game?
It would go by, and then like the mousers would come.
I think it was in more of like the Game Boy ones, if I remember. But
okay.
Can you do a comparison with the Super 7? I unfortunately don't have a Super 7 mouser.
Neither do I.
Because I don't own either version of Baxter Stockman currently. But I might be able to make that happen this week.
How do you not own a Baxter Stockman cartoon?
No, I don't own a Baxter Stockman Super 7.
You meant the 2 versions. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mixie asked if I could do. You know what, Mixie, stay tuned. Maybe on Wednesday's stream, I can pop one up. I will say though, after playing around with these, I actually canceled my Super 7 pre-order.
It begins
for the pack. Mainly because these Mousers are more what I remember than the vintage toy. Like, because my buddy had the wind-up vintage
the wacky
toy,
acting,
rack. But like that deco doesn't ring with me. This rings with my head. So I don't know.
I think for me, like, with having those,
I did not know that. Damn it! I don't want to buy that set.
With
$50 for a VHS.
I think it's like, for me, there's the smaller versions of the Mousers that were in the cartoon, and then the Super 7 one reminds me of like the Mega Mousers from the comic a little bit. So like, to me, I'm just like, no, we're gonna have multiple sizes here.
Bend over, Tussler. Or Tussler, just hop on. Like, you can show it live on air. See, I'm opposite. I'm much more into the vintage toy version. And dude, that's all good. Like, that's the cool thing with all these different lines out right now. It's like you can pick and choose where you want to go with it, and I like that. I really like that, because that's actually how I'm collecting. Is I'm going off, do I remember the toy or do I remember the character?
That's smart,
because it prevents me from
getting 2 of each and not really wanting one of them. Yeah,
being angry my bank account's completely empty. But Yeah, I feel like I was more of a toy kid than a show kid, even though I definitely watched it. But I'm liking the NECA stuff nowadays more than Super 7. I don't know. I brought a Super 7 over here, and I brought a NECA over here. Hey. One thing I am working on right now, and I have to just paint it, is I made a longer staff for Donnie.
Of course you did. Of course.
Well, you know me. I understand the multiple size thing, Mr. Geeky. I found some 2003 Mousers and threw them up with my Super 7s. Hell yeah. See, and Mixie, I use those ones in my movie display because I think those look most like what I think they would have looked like in the 90s, like live action. That's me. Mm-hmm. Dave, you have to commit to a mullet now. No, I do not. This is not a mullet.
I like that.
This is all long. Well, it's just held back with that so it doesn't fall on my face. On the Donnie the Bow Staff from the Playmates Classics. See, they're good for something. Sorry.
Circling back just for a second on the live action, because you just mentioned that. When we're with the Universal Monsters turtles, what I think is kind of fun with that is that they're doing it in the style of the live action a bit. Have you noticed that?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And so theoretically, we might start seeing the like versions of other characters that we've never seen in live action in that way, which would be really cool,
right? Mm-hmm. Could you imagine getting some of the punk frogs?
Oh,
just saying. Well, I'm literally sitting here staring at the friggin' Franken Mikey, and I'm like, I want that. And I'm like, I got that. There was part of me that for a short time I found a broken NECA Frankenraff, and I picked it up on like Uber clearance, and I was like, should I just repaint this into Franken Mikey and have a like NECA scaled Franken Mikey? Because like my brain was like, yeah, that's doable, right?
Right, of course. Yeah, sure.
Like just rationalizing why to blow up more toys. But is it all right to move on? I didn't want to cut off.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
So I brought the different figures up because I got this big bastard in the mail.
Oh, the main event. Look at this
thing.
So it's like a ghetto blaster.
Walk around your neighborhood like that.
Dude, I would. Don't you challenge me.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. All right, explain what this is.
So this is the Underground Arsenal Party Wagon, or Party Van, I think it's called. It is a third-party Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles party wagon. The cool thing is, I was telling Dan this right before the stream. So the only thing you really have to put in are these letters right here. These all clip in with tabs. And the funny thing is, they include the letters A, B, and C as well. Probably to say, well, it's not meant to spell turtles.
Be anything, right?
But now I have an A, B, and C in that form, and now I kind of want to make like a sewer taxi because it can be the sewer cab. But it's God, yeah.
Please don't drop it.
Very large. But the cool thing is, I'm literally going to be doing this by feel. Oh, God. So this opens down.
Now, how sturdy is this thing? Like, is it like
it's very sturdy? I mean, this thing's built like a brick shit house. I mean, wow. Here,
not flimsy at all. Not like it feels. You're not going to break it by just moving it. God, that looks good.
So here's the crazy thing. So you can open up. You can open up all the doors, right? So here's yeah.
It's so big.
So you can see in there. There's full. Hold on. Is it all right if I go full screen, boys?
Of course.
Yeah.
Whoop. So you can see in there, full seating. I've actually been able to fit all 4 of the NECA turtles in here. The crazy thing is, and so here you can see inside. Oh, hold on. You know how you can see in there better is you can open up the top. And the cool thing is this whole thing is kind of modular. So you can like pop off different parts of it and such. So you can see in there.
Yeah, when it opens up like the cartoon did too a bit, you know, where I think it opened up with the
look at that
the DeLorean style.
Here, and I'll yeah. So that opens up this folds out. Oh, I've been futzing around with it. So of course, there we go. So the cool part is they have a brace for the gun. So oopsies. So you can adjust this so the gun's super sturdy.
Wow.
Right? So you have a ramp that goes all the way down to the ground. This one stops right here. It has a stop on it. Yeah.
Wow. How did this compare price-wise to the other turtle?
When I ordered this, so when the first pre-orders went up, I think this was like $179 or something like that. And I want to say it was like $30 shipping or something like that. There was an additional shipping fee. But you can see how open this thing becomes.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see every angle. I would argue that this is made more for toy photography than any of the other ones because you can get in at any angle. And the cool thing is, again, so let's pull this open.
I'm terrified we're going to watch you break something off of it.
So the cool thing is, so you can pop that, and then this whole piece comes down.
Oh,
so you can shoot all the way through to the.
Oh, very cool.
The
I love the amount of effort that they put in. You said this was only, I mean, roughly $200,
yeah,
which is cheaper than the NECA one.
That's true, Mixie. Yeah, the NECA one, I believe
NECA was $250.
Yeah, and that's without tax, without shipping.
Right, exactly, yeah. And let's not even talk about the Super 7 one. So,
yeah.
How many have you of those three? And we at least know you have one of them. Of the other two, do you have any of those pre-ordered?
This is my one and only, baby.
Okay, I was gonna say, what are you gonna do with more than one turtle?
The thing was, I was a little nervous. Because I didn't know what to expect with this.
Right, that's a big risk, putting all your eggs in one basket and hoping that you're picking the right one.
It was also the thing of looking at this, and realizing, like, looking at the overall aesthetic of it. This is what I remember the turtle van being. And the thing is that this actually. This does exactly what I wanted the Super 7 one to do, in the fact that basically this is the cartoon design with vintage toy colors, which I really like. Wait,
I'm gonna be so mad if the cheapest of the three, this one, ends up being the best one.
I'm not gonna yuck anybody's yum for whoever ordered whatever, but I don't know.
Okay, we did the pros. This thing is awesome. Do you have any cons on this?
It's fucking huge.
But sure, but they're all going to be huge.
But I mean, that's the thing is, like, I've had a lot of people say, like, oh, it's too thick, it's too big around, like it's too broad, and I'm like, depending on the fucking episode, this is what the van looked like.
And also, how else are you going to fit four figures?
You look at the NECA one, that is also what the van looked like, you know.
See, I remember the van having the letter CAB on the front, so I don't.
Right? Oh, this is the turtle van. This is the turtle. It's a rare bohemian delicacy. But yeah, so this is the Underground Arsenal van. The lights also light up. I don't have batteries in it currently because I just didn't want to futz around with that.
Is that still available for order if people are interested?
I believe Showzy's store still has it up for order, which is where I ordered mine. It's a little pricier now. I think it's up to like $220 on there because I think it's getting scarce, and B, they factored in the additional shipping fee. Because this thing literally came in a giant box in 2 foam inserts. And it was like, no packaging, no muss, no fuss, done. If you're an inbox collector, don't worry about it. Like, don't bother with it because you're gonna get a giant bag or a box in a garbage bag. Man, I regret not getting the NECA one. The NECA one's cool, but my number one thing that like bugs me about the NECA one is I'm scared of the paint that's on it because like of it scratching because of the texture, the really broad surfaces. It's up on 5K as well at 245. There you go.
Okay.
So 5K Toys has it as well, but I think it's about 260 shipped, which actually that's not bad. So it is up, it is out there. All that's missing is the black panel lining, and people have been doing that. I'm kind of itchy to try it.
I just pulled up a picture of a before and after of it's somebody posted it on Reddit, and what he's talking about is it's literally just like the cartoon black lines that just outline each one of the individual lines. It does make a big difference.
Dan, can you send that link in the private chat?
Yeah,
So I'll pop it up. So it's a big sumbitch. I'm very excited about it. I literally am resetting some of my space in order to make a place for this because it's that big of a thing. Like,
sure.
I have my last stream for a little bit will be on the 22nd of this month, and then I'm taking a few weeks off because my second kiddo is being born, so I'll be away for a little bit.
You've earned a break.
You've been about 2-3 weeks off, and then I'll be back, and this might look very different.
Ooh.
So stay tuned. But yeah, maybe that's the real difference. If you're a mint in box collector, do NECA a loose collector. Here you go. Oh, thanks, Dan. So, oh no, I don't want to sign into Reddit right now.
I might be able to just send you the picture.
I love when they do that, but at the same time, I'm like, stop it. I just want to look at the pretty toy pictures. So, boop, boop. This is it with panel lines on it.
It's a big difference.
Night and day. And that's why I'm kind of itchy to give this a go. I do like that you have what
just threw them in there, yeah.
Like just there's a NECA and there's a Super 7. It's just like what's going on in there? But this looks absolutely stunning. Like I said, I'm really, really tempted to give it a try. Oh, thanks, Jamie. I appreciate it. But I really hope, dude, I'm really hoping to. And like that's not knocking the Underground Arsenal one. I hope everybody's just fucking happy with whichever one they get.
Yeah, there you go.
And if you're not getting one, good on you. You're fucking smart. Because it's a lot of space. Thanks, Toy Lips. I appreciate it. I need to clear shelf space for when the Plunder Strongs and Plunder Log. Oh, dude, I'm not even getting to that point yet. That's I got time. They might be riding in this thing by the time they come out. I like how I'd also dig that too. It's kind of universal. You can use it for both, and I dig that. Mikey partied too hard. But so very excited. I friggin' got the figures out to show scale.
Be careful.
So for reference, turtle.
Massive.
This is the NECA.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty dead on.
Yeah, right.
Elevated van. Mikey, you stay there.
Take care, Mr. Ryan Clark.
Super 7.
Yes,
take it easy, Ryan. So yeah,
amazing.
Yeah, I'm amazed that you guys can watch the chat and do this at the same time.
Lots of practice.
I keep trying to pop back and forth.
Oh, thanks, Starscream. I appreciate that, bro. Dave, which brand of turtles are you going to leave in the van? Honestly, that's what I'm kind of excited about. I'm going to make a kind of cycling display to go through it. I'm going to have a NECA display on there, and then I'll probably swap it through for a Super 7. I think I might actually start with the Super 7s, so we'll see. Just figured out the broken Mouser head has a hole in it for Raph's eye. It does. Mm-hmm. Which I like. That's actually what that is.
Yeah, there you go.
So, and I think in some of the promo shots they showed that too.
Did they?
I think they did, and at least in my mind they did. I went immediately to it.
In my mind.
Was that only in the cartoon playing in my head, or was that in real life?
Could be both.
All right. Question for you: is now an okay time to ask this? I don't know. I don't want to mess up the flow. But do we have predictions of what we showed? We saw the Comic-Con exclusives. There's probably going to be more stuff between now and then. Do we have any predictions who we think we might be seeing by that point?
You tease. I don't know. I'm predicting San Diego. Usually we get revealed 10 figures usually per well, okay, not so much for the movie line, but we usually get a solid 10 of 2 packs, exclusives, usually like a giant fig, like we got
Chrome Dome,
and Krang and Android Body.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping for some of those big heavy hitters. I would love to see a Hothead, or like on the robot side, like a Rex 1, or Mac. I would love a Mac. Just fucking Johnny 5 with guns. Like,
that's a great army builder too,
right?
Yeah.
And I mean, that's cool. Honestly, there's part of me that hopes they're just like, hey, you know what? Here's another 2-pack of foot soldiers, in case you missed it. Because
that'd be nice. They just announced that they're re-releasing a bunch of the harder to get ones. Here's the Casey set. Enjoy.
They're already doing it, because I think Casey is supposed to be hitting next of the re-releases, but we'll see if it actually hits. Because the Vernon Rat King one initially,
that one's been out.
This is coming, and then it was like a month and a half before all of a sudden it hit. And when it hit, boy, did it. No, I didn't, Jamie Lynn. I did not forget to show those because mine is in pieces. No, it's not actually in pieces. The Mikey that I have, I believe from comics, is sitting up on the shelf in one piece because I haven't touched it in a while, so it hasn't broken on me. I'm sorry, but is there another line that pissed me off? And the frustrating thing is I got to handle a foot soldier for the first time this weekend from the Best Action line, and I was like, damn it, this is really cool. And it makes me angry because I'm like, why is this so good and the turtle sucks so bad? Oh, Casey and April are supposed to get ultimates soon. That's cool. I wasn't going to mention that. Didn't want to bring down the mood of the show. Hold on, you know what? Here, 1 second. I'll destroy a toy live on air.
Hey.
We there was a couple exclusives from that line too, though, right? That are going to be at Comic-Con. Weren't there a couple from that line too that were going to be exclusives for Comic-Con?
Yeah, there's the video game turtles. Or no, video game Bebop and Rocksteady.
Bebop and Rocksteady.
So
yeah, that's what it was. The
I will show this.
Not the pirate ones. The
yeah, which is like have the 8-bit kind of look.
Exactly.
Best Action. Not a good scale. It's rather small. There was part of me that when Comics sent this, I was like, cool, now I can take a look at this. And I broke it live on air. I was so sad. Lord Dreg and Ming got to be coming at some point, right, in Tempestra. Tempestra, I believe, is coming already, is she not?
Yeah.
Was that announced somewhere? I mean, it makes absolute sense.
Maybe it was teased.
I need to
know.
She has
I
not
thought
been
it was
announced
announced.
yet. No.
It stands to reason that she would be coming because she's the only of Night of the Rogue. She's the only one who's not. We don't have yet. So, yeah, you showed me that with the shell. It's like a weird shell back to it.
Look at those lower abs, though. Mikey's been working. Oh, it's just sad.
Look at that thing, Jesus. Looks
Oh.
like an army ant.
Well, you're talking about San Diego Comic-Con predictions. Any thoughts on if Super 7 will announce anything this year? I gotta believe
They
it.
have to.
Oh, comics, no, I know Renette's coming. I thought they said something about Tempestra, though, when they were talking about her. And it might have just been in passing of mentioning other
Or a
characters.
tease or something. There was definitely something about her.
But,
I gave my plea in my thing, but it's I haven't heard anything officially yet, which is
I will be very curious to see, and I gotta believe Super 7 will show off something, because friend of the channel and regular fan Plastic 4, who's done some work on the Ultimates line, has said that he's worked on a lot of cool stuff that hasn't been seen yet. So I'm guessing because right now we're 3 waves out. Because we got 4, 5, and 6.
We've got there's some
5, 6, 7.
Was 7 with
there's
Gorilla
been 4
Gorilla
waves, because we've got we've gotten all 4 turtles, so that's 4 waves. Or
Mhm.
yeah, and then so it'd be 5, 6, 7.
I'm looking that up right now. I think 7 was with Punker Don
There
and
we go.
Gorilla,
Wave
and the
5 and 6
Triceratops.
TMNT are both in production right now. No 7 yet. So maybe it was 5 and 6 because 5 is the wave with Sewer Samurai, and then 6 must be the wave with Punk Rocker Don and Gorilla.
Okay.
Man, every friggin' Turtle Talk stream, that stupid Mikey ends up on my desk. Every damn time.
Well, I guess what I'd ask is
Oh,
who with
There we go.
the new wave, right? Gorilla, and we had in the past we had that with the Ace Duck, where you got the Errol McCarthy,
There we go.
crack up head.
Yep.
Is there any? I mean, I don't know how in depth with the concepts folks here are, but is there one that you're aware of that you'd be excited to
I was
get?
off. I'm sorry.
R7.
What up, Savage? How's it going, bro? Sick. There we go. Sorry, everybody's correcting me because I fucked up. Sorry.
Was it 7? Seven is
So 7 is Gorilla.
okay.
Yeah, 6
I
is
thought so.
Sewer, the
6 is
Surfer, Drat,
like
Ace Duck,
yeah.
right? Slash.
And I think that's where I was getting turned around because I was combining that with the Sewer Samurai Leo wave.
Well, that one's fun. I'm really excited for that too.
All of them are super fun. Like that's the funny thing is like looking at everything that's been announced. It's like, damn it, because I look at that Super 7 Ace Duck and I'm like, I skipped the NECA one because I'm like, that Ace Duck toy is so iconic in my head.
Yeah, same.
But then I look at the Ace Duck and I'm like, I'm gonna put the alternate head on it, and I'm gonna
That
have
doesn't look like the toy at all. Yeah.
John Belushi look with the stogie sticking out of his mouth.
Right.
And I'm literally gonna have his wings out on the back, and he's gonna go. Fucking gonna go Dave Bautista and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, we need a Mona Lisa and Lotus Blossom for the cartoon line. That would be very, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Man, and also if anybody has a vintage Mona Lisa that they want to ditch, let me know because I've been on the hunt and I thought for sure I would have seen one at any of the places that I've been to in the last couple months, and I found one broken one that was missing an arm. I was like, damn it.
That's what mine is.
Yeah.
I tried gluing it too, but it's because it has those weird arms where it's like rubbery. I couldn't.
Yeah.
It wouldn't go.
You bring it over next time. I'll take care of it.
You're gonna yoink it. That's what's gonna happen.
I'm not going to yoink it. That sounds filthy, by the way. I'm not going to steal your Mona Lisa action figure that was made by Playmates Toys. But yeah, no, the that plastic sucks. So I actually, for that, I recommend. I usually will use a Loctite with an accelerator, so that it cures like that. But yeah. 5 is Samurai Leo, Ray Fillet, Leatherhead, and Krang. 6 is Sewer Surfing Mike, Ace Duck, Scratch, Mousers, and Slash. 7 is Gorilla, Punker Don, Robo Mikey, Robo Bebop, Triceratops, and...
All right. Well, so who do we want to see in the next wave? I guess is what I'd say. Who are we hoping to see? Because if they start revealing, that could be something we might see, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, and that's the thing is everybody's going, well, when are we getting Space Cadet Raph? When are we getting Undercover Don? When are we getting, like they're looking at the vintage line going, well, you are progressing at such a normal state. That it's just like Wave 7 was out of nowhere, or it was just like, hey, you remember you remember Gorilla? No,
I do.
Okay.
Specifically made for you. So
99.5% of the audience was going, who?
Well, okay. So here's the thing, and I think this is the fun part to me is, okay. I think that's
a solid guess, Mike.
I like those guesses. Rat King for sure. By the way, I think is a gimme.
Classic,
I think
right? It's a staple.
But what I was going to say is
it's got to be Space Cadet Raph.
Yeah.
Space,
right?
Yeah. Maybe.
It's got to be a Raph, right? I'm not trying to cut you off. The wave 1 through 4, we got one turtle each.
Mm-hmm.
And then 5, we got Samurai Leo. 6, we got Sewer Surfer Mikey. 7, we got Punk Don. It's got to be Raph. And what's more iconic? What outfitted Raph is more iconic than Space Cadet?
My curiosity, though, is does that Undercover Raph, that's a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive, count as the rotation.
Oh, interesting.
Sure. Well, I mean, that's the thing too, and I think we talked about this maybe on the last show back in whenever, a while ago, that everybody has their own, because of the way that the original toys came out. Everybody kind of built around their own core four, because not everybody had just the quintessential classic look, and so for some it was like the Space Cadet Raph, for some it was Rocker Raph, right? Yep. Or or Magician Raph. I think I had the Magician Raph with the little bunny that came out, So I mean, it's like any one of those could be potentially on the table, I think.
Any of the gimmicks. Like, I mean, you look through, I mean, that's the beauty of that vintage line, is there were so many off the wall variations of all four turtles. It's also looking back at what were the most iconic, in my opinion, because like
it has to be.
I don't know. Oh, Bill throws a curveball on me.
Well, here's the thing too, is that when they they showed when I was hinting at a little bit with the Errol McCarthy head Ace Duck, there's a ton of different concepts of those core turtles too, in ways that we've never seen. So they could throw a curveball there too, and those are all really fun new versions that
When you talked about that with your interview with Chris Fawcett, right?
Chris and I talked about that, right? Where because there was this, Chris had showed in his book, and then the Varner book, which I actually have here too, which showed a ton of other versions that almost happened from the turtles. But
I'm gonna say that's actually on my bedside table right now, because I've been looking at it the last week.
It's a great book. I like it's a great book, and there's it's just so dense. But there's a lot of fun options there of versions we've never seen that I think lend really well to being in toy form.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing is I could see them doing stuff with this undercover Raph, you could throw in kind of a bogey looking, Raph head or something like that. You could throw in, pointing hands or something, there's a lot of that type of stuff that they could get away with too. The vintage monster turtles in Super 7 form would be insane.
That'd be awesome.
I would be very curious to see if they could do that. But I feel like there's gotta be some sort of
physically or legally?
Legally,
okay.
Physically, I have no doubt. I have no doubt that they could make those and be like, hey, you want to see this as a big sumbitch? Okay, no doubt. But
from what I gathered when I talked with Kyle, even though he told me many times, Kyle from Super 7. We'll just say that. Yes. He sounded like that was potentially on the table as well.
And that's the thing. They've said that in the past, and again, because of NECA's very close ties with the Universal Monster license, that's where it just has me curious if it could happen right now. I guess is more so what I'm saying. I could see them doing it a little bit further down, just where it's a little bit more removed from what NECA's dropping right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh damn! I just had a thought. I wonder if any customizers will kit bash their favorite parts of the 3 bands. Oh. That's a lot of money to do a kit bash. Okay. So what is it? 500 for Super 7. Basically 3 for the NECA after shipping. So that's 8. And let's say 250, or I don't know what it'll end up being for that. So you're looking at over $1,000 for the ultimate. I guess you can't even call it the ultimate one, because Super 7 will be like, yeah, that's ours. It'd be an expensive ass hobby. I mean, it is anyways, but
there's a part of me that just wants to get a bus, like a small bus at this point, and just paint that as my
oh god, it'd be cheap. Have you seen so there is one, there's a couple in SoCal. There's one I want to say in Missouri that has an absolutely amazing one that is a conversion van that's all painted up and has the full accoutrement on the front and stuff. They made the visor, but it's permanently it's insane. I'm it's that weird thing of you look at it and you're like, that's a conversion van, and so it looks small and scrunched, and you're like, well, it's a conversion van. It's not a completely customized tank that Donnie made. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Brian Flynn once hinted at TMNT mashup with a property we've never seen before, but Kyle denied that in your interview. Ooh.
I'd love to see some of the stuff that, like Wars, the Forgotten Sewer. That would be a fun one for me to see some of those, like a Spellcaster Splinter as an example.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be in the original line.
The Night Mike, wasn't that?
Night Mite.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That would be dope.
Ratfi Elf. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And the funny thing, so that's Dave's new vacation getaway vehicle. Don't you tempt me with a good time, because I legitimately, what was it? Well, it was before Ollie, so that was 7 years ago. I had an opportunity that there was a conversion van for sale not too far away from where I was living, and I was like, I could get that and do shows. Yeah. And then I'm like, I could get that and make that into the turtle van and do shows.
Yeah.
And I told my Anna about it, and she was like, no! Like, just shut that shit down. I mean, it also had like over 200,000 miles, which was impressive in its own right. But yeah. Oh, tempted to get 2 5K Mikeys when they come out and make the second to the last run. That'd be cool. Dave, I found Tide Beanie Babies Michelangelo the other day. What? Joe, send me a picture, dude. Also, I hope you're feeling better, bro.
I think it looks like a, you know what a Zoom Zoom is?
Yep.
I think it's like a plush Zoom Zoom.
Is it? Hold up.
Zoom Zoom Zoom.
Hold up.
It's either that or it's a ball.
I've seen the ball. I almost said something naughty. Oh, wow. Okay, there's a couple different ones. There's like kind of chibi looking figures, Tsum Tsum looking figures, and balls. Turtle balls.
Turtle balls.
Show. Feel like hell, but a higher level of hell. Well, that's good. Small victories, my friend. Small victories. Like to see Super 7 to take away the license from Premium DNA for Earthworm Jim and Battletoads.
Please.
That's fair. Yeah.
I on the Beanie Baby front, I mean, I would love to see more. And honestly, I'm shocked that we haven't started seeing like plush, right, of some of these characters.
It's
that would be kind of
good point.
I wonder if that again probably goes back to the Playmate stuff, because I'm wondering if they licensed it out to Ty, and it was for X amount, of years or whatnot, and it's still tied up with beans.
Why we're not seeing any more of the troll turtles either?
I got to point out Juan's thing again, because he changes the horn to the TMNT theme song. That'd be amazing. You hit the horns like,
oh, that'd be great.
Like your battery just died.
Gosh, that'd be great.
Oh, I misread that at first, and I was like, you have 85 NECA pre-orders? We want to see Super 7 bring in characters from later incarnations of TMNT like Karai, Tiger Claw, Hun, Jenica, and Silver Sentry. Those would be very... I gotta believe eventually they'll get to the 03 stuff. Either of the companies will get to the 03 stuff.
They're gonna run out eventually.
I don't know.
It would be a long time before they do. Yeah, there's so many still to do.
We're getting Zack. Like, we're getting Zack in a prominent 2-pack. Like, that to me is just like, well, all right.
They haven't even touched on any of the mob characters yet. We don't have Tortelli. We don't have Pinky McFingers or,
Which, by the way, I'm guessing we won't get Pinky McFingers. I'm just throwing that out there. Might not get past it. I will be curious to see if they make anything from the Red Sky seasons. If we'll get like the Dark Turtles or any, like, even deco changes so they have the green around the eye. Like, I'll be curious to see if it gets to those.
I mean, there's characters from there I absolutely hope they get to, like Carter is one of those, right?
Oh yeah, well that's what I'm saying is like those later seasons, like there's a lot of characters that pop up in those that are relatively unknown, for lack of a better term. Like they are like Z-listers, because it's like, hey, we fought them in an episode, kind of. They were part of a group, like, and they were never heard from again because they're dead.
But what I guess I would argue on that is that it's like they still are cool as toys, right?
Oh, definitely.
So, I mean, like Dread, Lord Drake is an example where. But no, I agree with you that is probably less people know about those characters for sure.
Is Loot Crate still Loot Crate put out Q3 is when those should start shipping, so we'll see. I actually was worried that I had Pinky McFingers, but it's just a cult. Damn it, Joe. It'd be awesome to see NECA do the IDW TMNT comics and see those characters. Hell yeah.
Well, and they kind of teased that maybe they might be doing more of those too, right? They said basically anything's on the table. And that leads me to be very, very, very curious of what we have coming down the line, because we also NECA also started doing Archie. They have The Last Ronin, which means they're dipping their toe into IDW, those are two wildly open universes right now. Mm-hmm. If you looked at Renette's costume too, that was the IDW color of the costume. So it's not,
which again, I'm guessing we'll get a redo of Renette too, because it's just a secondary release. Dave, do you think Hasbro will ever make a HasLab Street Seam dial? I don't know, Thomas. I feel like they wouldn't, just because we haven't gotten a playset or anything from Hasbro in that scale or type of form in so long. But I honestly just used the NECA one. It's really good. Sorry, my chat just bounced way the hell out. I'm scrolling from 15 minutes ago. Shit. There we go. There's still a lot of meat on the bone for the cartoon, but it's getting into, outside of a Rokusaki or an Unmasked Shredder, we are getting into some of the weirder characters, the one-off characters and stuff. I'm just curious to see how deep they're gonna go, because when they get to the point of, okay, this is Zoo Tendant 1 and Zoo Tendant 2, you're gonna be losing people, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But I think Ace Duck as an example showed up in the cartoon for a cameo, so it's and I think it's playing on the nostalgia aspect of that there.
Ace Duck was definitely he's one of the most popular toys, so we should probably put him out as a toy. I would argue Mutagen Man was the same thing. If you look at Mutagen Man in the cartoon, because he had 2 episodes?
Mutagen Man did he have 2 or did he have just the 1?
I think he appears in a second one, but he has 1 episode that's the Mutagen Man episode. Yeah.
Which is ridiculous when you look closely at it, because basically there's a shot where all his body parts are all over the place in the
they're just in the vat.
It's horrifying. Yeah.
Hold up, I gotta pull this. You guys can keep talking. I gotta pull this up real quick. My good friend and regular of the channel, Land Pitts, at Des Moines Con went, "Hey man, could you draw me a vintage 80s villain?" And I'm like,
"Oh, cool.
Okay, who do you want?" And he's like, "Anybody." And he's like, "How about a turtle villain?" I'm like, "I can do a turtle villain. What turtle villain do you want?" And he's just like, "How about cartoon Mutagen Man?" And I'm like, "Why?"
what a pull, yeah.
Why are you choosing that? So he's like, "I don't know, make it gross. Make it something that when I open it up, it's just gonna haunt my dreams." So I gave him this.
Nicely done. And
he was just like, "Ah!" I'm like, "Yeah, there we are." So, fucking cartoon Mutagen Man. Nightmare.
Was that an 8x11 paper?
Yeah, it was just in a sketchbook.
Wow.
So
that's a lot of work.
I was just like, it was one of those things of I'm gonna make it something so that when you open it up, it's gonna be something that you go, it unnerves you a little bit. The issue is how well are the remaining characters gonna sell? How many Bugman fans are there? But Bugman is one of those characters where I'm like, make that a San Diego exclusive.
But not only that, but how is that not a toy to begin with? That just screams that should have been part of the Playmates.
Attack of the 50-foot Irma Deluxe release. Just released
Sign
Irma
me
in the
up.
quarter scale. Oh my god, that'd be
Needs to
amazing.
happen. Needs to.
I feel like
Here's
you need
my
a whole new
thing.
audience of people buying that doll.
Right, yeah. They will do Attack of the 50-foot Irma, and the packaging will be Irma, like in the background, and it'll be a packaging for the turtle blimp. Calling it, throwing it out there. Woo! Just saying, it's a workaround. It's a way of doing it. There could be a market for doing toon versions of some of the toys that never made it to the show. That also very true. I feel like towards the end of the show, when they had like a bunch of background characters, they were just like throw that guy in there.
Throw him in there. That'd be great. I would love that.
There were toys too that, when you look at some of the concept images too, it seemed like they were intending for them to be in the show. Like Fugitoid is one of those where it was very clear it was going to be in there. Panda Con was another one where I think it was going to be in there, and then it didn't happen. But it's that would be really fun. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I think. So here was something that I was thinking the other day because of how Super 7 is doing their lineups. I'm like, how much of just one of these would it be to NECA if they were like, oh, well, we're going to do Ultimates of the Toon line? Because you could.
I mean, I don't know logistically if they...
It's a take on the vintage toy line, though. You know, like you give them sparkly skin, and all of a sudden it's the vintage toy.
Oh, of the Toon Turtles is what you're saying. Yeah. That's possible. I mean, you'd have a new Irma there too, right? Yeah. You'd have the funky looking Irma with the clothes she never wore in the show.
God. I call that young Mayanna because it looks like my wife when she was a kid. Like she was the gal that had like the big glasses and the baggy hoodie, and I'm like, yeah, that's my wife. I used to have that figure on my desk because I was
because of that. Oh, that's great.
That's great.
Like a quarter scale android Krang that could be packed with cool accessories. That would be pretty dope. Like again, that's something that I could see them doing as like an exclusive, because it's a lot of real estate for a shelf. But to see a quarter scale Krang and android body,
hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, right. They were saying the accessories too that were supposed to come with a bunch of extra stuff like the claw. And
everything. I'd love a NECA. Yeah, I'm with you. Do big ass hothead too.
Yes.
Like,
well, they could do that for the Mirage one too. The Mirage, the big yellow
Archie.
Right. Same deal. That's he showed up there also.
I actually have my Fin Fang Foom up on the top of my turtle shelf to represent hothead because I'm like, it's a big honking dragon. It works out. Do you all think Super 7 will do any of the Playmates movie figures? See, and again, I think that's a little bit too close of like
too close, yeah.
We're gonna walk the wire, snip. Like, but I don't know. What was that? Sorry, my chat's doing it again. If the Super 7 Ultimates Toon Turtles figures theoretically fit with what we have, I'd bite. Just not a fan of the black line work on the NECA Toon line. Not to mention it's so expensive to get into. True, that's fair. Love to see a Super 7 Usagi and Wing. Honestly, I ended up picking up that Wingnut and Screw Loose 2-pack because I'm like, well, we have about a year until we have like technically the next wave that will be announced, because we have three series that are coming up, and then whatever's announced after that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna get Wingnut and Screw Loose and like wipe away some of the Toon lines, and boom, Super. They look good. Like that Wingnut is still one of my favorite figures from the Toon line.
Well, do we know if the Usagi is an option for Super 7?
Probably is.
I think they said it's a possibility for the future, but currently it is not on the table.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
My guess is because that's tied up with NECA, because NECA even came out and said that there's options for doing other iterations of Usagi and other Usagi.
You have to imagine if they went through the trouble of getting the license, they're probably not going to stop at one figure.
Yeah. You mean NECA would do another release of another figure for money?
Unheard of.
So Dave, if Irma is your wife, are you the evil Ninja Turtle gang leader? I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. No, I'd have to be the hunky news anchor, right? Because he's the one who actually went out.
Hell yeah, that's you.
Well, wasn't Rex 1 kind of her boo for a little bit?
Now I want to be Rex 1. Like, that's a Halloween costume right there.
Yeah, it is.
Until Rexanne came into the mix, right?
Oh, God. Oh, no. Now I'm having repressed memories coming. Super Spike, yes, he is. Irma had a lot of boyfriends for someone who was always saying couldn't get a man. It's true. Irma went out on many a date. I'd love to see a Super 7 Usagi hot. Oh no, I read that already. I don't know. Is that happening to any of you guys? Is the chat like popping back up?
Just you.
Oh, good. The fact that Rex 1 never got a figure was a shame. Dude, Rex, Irma, Mac. There we go.
Yeah.
Like,
there's so many. But I have a feeling that there's some that are just so like, how did they never have that I imagine they probably will sooner than later.
Well, and it's also that thing of like, you think about when everything was on VHS and stuff like that, where that was your accessibility. It's like, well, I know I had the Michelangelo tape that had the Bugman episode on it, and I watched the shit out of it. That's why I love Bugman. And it's like, there's no other reason why I love that character, because I don't ever remember seeing that episode on TV. I only ever remember seeing it on tape.
Oh, interesting. Well, and like they teased the Swatter, right? They teased, or you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
In the box art for the Disguised Turtles, they showed some of those things. So, to me, it's like, okay, well, you let us know who you're going to be pairing him with, probably.
Yeah, I don't know. Dave, name your top 3 2003 figures you could get made by Super 7 or NECA.
Go.
Ooh-wee. Can I count the Turtles as one? Because I feel like the Turtles have to be made from the 2003 line.
I feel like that's probably just a gimme that you're going to say the Turtles.
Yeah.
So let's not count the Turtles as one, and you 3 more.
Agreed.
Everyone wants all the Turtles.
I can't think of it. Was the Adaptoid. I can't think of his name. The one with the spinning faces.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. But he was. Oh, I want to say Junkman because he reminds me of Junkman.
Something like that. Hold on, I'm just gonna pull this up because now it's gonna bug me.
Yeah, but he had like it was kind of like he had the different emotion faces that would.
Yeah.
Like many faces, kind of.
The nanotech monster.
Yes.
Because this thing is still one of my favorite, one of my absolutely favorite figures from that line.
Yeah, that's great.
That's cool.
I just thought it was cool looking. I think Super 7 is going to show Usagi Yojimbo to compete with NECA. We'll see. Did anyone ever record every episode of the cartoon on blank VHS tape and watch them over and over? I have a couple episodes like that.
No, of course not. That was illegal to do that.
I would never.
Statute of limitations is off the board. I would love a Casey Jones, and I would love a Shredder, because the 2003 Shredder was the most terrifying version of Shredder.
Cody Jones too was in that one.
Okay, see, but Cody, okay. Here's my controversial take. Turtles TMNT Fast Forward, I separate from the 03 series. I know it's a continuation, but I put that in its own category. I would also like Hun. Hun would be just a big chunk of plastic.
Oh, dude! Also, Mutant Hun would be
right. I mean,
Turtle Mutant.
Yeah, you could do. Yeah, give them all to me. I will take all of the 03 Turtles, please. Thank you. Except Splinter. I did not like that design. The 03 Splinter was, I think, the only Splinter design where I was okay, and the Rise of the TMNT design, where he became like a fat little go ball.
I'm trying to remember his name, but do you remember there was a Splinter that was like the same? It was like the evil Splinter, Sliver, I think is.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that one was fun because
it was cool. Like, but the funny thing was, looking at that, I'm like, ooh, that's what a Mirage Splinter could look like. Like, that was just kind of what I took away from it. I'm like, we need a Savanti Romero.
Yes.
Cool.
I think with the Mirage, there's no question. I think that's probably on the docket, right?
I think with the Mirage, honestly, I would be interested to see if we could get an iteration of him in the Monsters line.
That also seems a natural in my mind, because especially if you think about it, the 2012, right? I mean, he was controlling all the monsters in that. Yeah.
I think it'd be fun. We've lost Dan. I feel bad.
We got to the deep dive territory.
This whole show, I haven't been saying much this entire show. I'm not feeling up to it. I've been under the weather for the last half of this day, so I apologize. But I'm just sitting back, enjoying, listening to two nerds talk about turtle stuff. This has been great for me.
Which by the by, okay, I did get the 2012 Usagi Yojimbo finally, so that's up in the display. So I can finally reunite Usagi with his horse.
Oh wow! Did you do the horse?
No. This is the factory horse. But the funny thing is, this is the 2012 release. This tooling is from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
that's what I thought it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought it was just. I just thought you repainted it.
Nope, this is stock.
Wow.
Which is wild. It's just like, that's how many decades old, and they're just like, yeah,
whatever.
And yet somehow all the 2007 TMNT tooling was fucking gone. It's like, you held on to the horse, like, out of everything. 03 TMNT Triceraton design was pretty sick. The 03 Triceratons were great. Super 7 could also do PandaCon. I hope they do.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
I'd love a huge PandaCon in that size.
Yeah, we've talked about that before. That would be great. Like, it'd make him a thick boy.
Yeah, well, gorilla style, right? You know,
right?
Big, yeah. Be a lot of plastic.
Pizza time. Okay? So this is one of those things that, like, I'm hoping they do, because I've seen a lot of people complaining about the video game turtles not being available, like not being able to find them after what's been 3 years since they came out. So I put this out into the ether, as it were. Re-release them, but re-release them with, like, attachments so that you could do, like, the pizza time moves, where you'd get, like, the power up, so, like, Leo would hold his arms out and spin. Like, put some sort of energy effect with them, because I actually took some of the MMPR TMNT crossovers, like energy effects and some of the lightning collection effects, and have put them on my video game turtles just to make them look cool. And I'm like, I want these to, meaningfully be on these. But,
how did it turn out? I mean,
they certainly did, Mixie. And Emilio, if you're watching, it's you. It came out pretty good. They're actually, and I was looking over, because where they usually are is now occupied by Next Mutation figures, and the video game turtles are actually because I was taking shots of them earlier, because I have a cube that I've dedicated to the video games stuff, and I took them out to shoot them the other day, and I have to put them back. Being 2099, I inquired about PandaCon in a live stream, and Kyle wasn't very optimistic about it. I hear there's a licensing thing back here. I suppose I didn't even think about that.
I think from what I gathered, that that could be something that's possible.
I think it's kind of in the same realm with Usagi. It's getting the license, getting it, ready to roll, which is tricky, because there was a lot of those crossovers. Like, you look at Savage Dragon. You look at Usagi, you look at PandaCon, you look at, technically even Fugitoid, but Fugitoid just so happened to be owned by Laird and Eastman. So it's like, right.
Well, I'd love to see a Gizmo and Fluffy too. That would be, that'd be pretty cool. That's the thing. I think there's, like, with a lot of these, there's additional licensing to hammer out. I don't think anything's really off the table, as much as that is, if there's a character that they want to have there and they know fans really want it, I think that it's just a matter of, like, voicing it loud enough so that they know, like, cool, we should do this. It'll be worth the money to do it.
But don't be a dick about it.
Oh, definitely don't be a dick.
Because I made that mistake of saying, I'm trying to remember what character it was. I was like, let them know you want it. And it was on someone else's live stream. Like, all of a sudden I saw all these comments. I'm like, oh shit.
What have I done?
I'm like,
I made a terrible mistake.
I'm so sorry. What have I done? But I'm trying to remember who it was, and now I'm blanking on it. But but
you can be Raph, but
what?
Not a little too Raph.
Oh, someone the other day posted. Oh, it was about the San Diego set. It was like, that was a little that was a little easy. If you ask me, I go, yeah, a little too Raph, and it was like fucking crickets, and I was like, damn it. Like, but
I see what you did there. I dig it.
See? That's actually what I'm most excited about the Secret of the Ooze box set, is that it has the
little two Raph head. Yeah.
Good. I'm gonna tie up Raph somewhere in my display to a post. Do you order more from Big Bad or Dorkside? Tano, I order from Big Bad because they are the next state over. They're right over in Wisconsin technically from all of us, because Dan's just in Illinois. So it's above him. It's to the side for us. So question on Usagi, the character in Samurai Rabbit, the same as Usagi Yojimbo, or is he like a descendant? I think technically it's descendant or relative. Because it's said in the.
Did we talk about the new Usagi show?
Yeah, briefly.
Did you talk about that last month?
Yeah, last time. I mean, okay. I dig it. It's definitely one of those. It's like Turtles Fast Forward. It's one of those things of like, I get it. I think.
There's some fun Easter eggs in there too. I don't know
up, Michael?
If everyone caught that. There was. I'll see if I can send you a picture. But it was. There's one where you can see the foot signal, like the
emblem.
The emblem.
It's real cool. They did a really, really good job. Also, Mike, we've been talking about Ninja Turtles, a little bit of everything. So lots of reveals, lots of news, a little bit of everything. Oh, Michael Mahoney. Oh, damn, fellas, are you Illinois boy too? I can even read that. Oh, damn, you fellas are Illinois boys too. There we go.
It's smooth.
Yeah.
I am. They're not.
Yeah.
We're all Midwest.
Yeah, we're close enough, right?
Kiki is and I are in Minnesota. So we're not far. There we go. Yeah, descendant. NECA is in New Jersey. I'm one state down in Delaware. But wait, hold on. Yes. No.
Right? One state down in Delaware, and it still takes
forever to get stuff.
Yeah,
that's true. Although one of the warehouses is apparently in Wisconsin. I saw like when it was shipping from Wisconsin. I'm like, how is it shipping from Wisconsin? I'm so confused. I don't know enough of the lore to get some of the Easter eggs, but I enjoyed the show.
Hey, welcome to my world, buddy.
It is really well done, I should say. The only thing that I didn't like is I'm like, but I want Usagi. Like I want Usagi, which
he showed up a little bit. He was in the flashbacks.
But again, it's that thing of like, after watching Tales of the TMNT, I'm like, I want that. Give me more of that. BBTS and NECA are in cahoots with each other. So they might be. But we are officially at time, fellas.
Hey,
so real quick, I want to throw the floor to you. So real quick, we will start with our very special guest, Mr. Geeky down there. Mr. Geeky, what you got coming up, man?
Oh my gosh, a ton. There's a bunch of stuff coming. I guess I got another episode of Which Figures Do We Want, which is going to be a really exciting one. And a bunch of interviews coming up. I've got a couple with Super 7, one with Nomi Kane, one with Mondo, and then another with Trevor Zammit from NECA. So that's should be soon on the channel. And then
out at the link that I just posted below.
Mitch Falcon already took care of that.
Oh,
he's
what?
back.
Mitch was supposed to have the night off.
The timetable teen at Hartford. Oh, I love it. He's
so creative. He's so good.
Yeah.
This is why Mitch is the best.
Well, let's see. No, Instagram. No, that's not my Instagram. That's it's Speaking Geeky official. That's gonna go to somewhere else.
Do you have a bootleg account?
I don't know. I'm like, I gotta look it up. I gotta see what's here. No, yeah, I'm Speaking Geeky official at Instagram. So that was maybe an old one. Maybe it goes to the same place. I don't know. Try it, and if it seems like it's me responding, then
if it feels like me, go with it.
Otherwise, just YouTube. I mean, I'm Speaking Geeky on YouTube, and that's where you'll see
the links in the chat. We got you covered. Dan, what about you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm easy. I don't know how much of Mitch's stuff is going to be up to date. I recently started a new Twitter account for Mark Bitters, my professional wrestling referee persona. Look that up on Twitter at Ref Mark Bitters. I'm just trying to get more followers on there. Monday, I've got 2 podcasts coming out. The Turtle one that's going to be kind of turtle oriented is going to be the Flips and Bumps podcast. Comes out new episodes every Monday. And this episode specifically, I'm going to be talking about a garage sale that I went to that I showed Dave the pictures of it. Picked up a huge bin of action figures for, relatively cheap. And it had some turtles in it. We had some good turtles in it. We had this guy. I had Sandstorm. I've got his accessories. And then the big one that I'm going to kind of break down in the Flips and Bumps episode tomorrow. We had some undercover turtle accessories. Like this one. I don't know. You can't see him. Take my word for it. Check out the Flips and Bumps podcast.
I could audibly hear my heavy breathing starting. That was ridiculous.
So this was such a good pickup. I was so happy about it. So I'm going to go into detail on the Flips and Bumps podcast that will release Monday morning. And then Monday evening, the Bitter Marks podcast goes live on YouTube. Just go to bittermarks.com. It's got all the information there. Mitch, you're updating stuff in real time. You're the man. Yeah, just hit me up there. I'm sick. I'm sorry I didn't talk much today, guys.
It's all good. It's all good. As always, you can find me right here on the Dave Wonder channels on Twitch and YouTube. I am here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for at least the next couple weeks. Then I have a couple weeks off. That's okay. I will be back Monday, but on Monday, it's a very special early look at the Boss Fight Studios Fanaticos line. Me and Matt are sitting down with the boss man himself, Eric Arana, to look over the first 4 figures in the Fanaticos wave. I believe we are the first ones to get hands on these, so I'm very, very excited.
Dude, forget my podcast on Monday evening. Check out whatever Dave's doing. That sounds great. No, that's great. I'll be checking out yours.
Come watch the live, then listen to the podcast.
That'll work too.
Just saying. You can find me at all these as well. Apparently, I'm the Wet and Wild Wave Riding artist. But yeah, follow, subscribe to everybody here. Show some love. Click the bell. Click the heart. Click the like. And don't forget to click yourself. I don't know what that means.
Interesting.
Very,
Interesting.
Well, yeah, some self-love.
Thank you to everybody in the chat for hanging out. Clearly, we've reached our limit tonight. The pizza, and now all I can think about is Little Caesars. So on that night, Turtle Power and pizza. And thank you, Mitch. I think I said thank you to everybody in the chat too, but y'all are awesome. Bye.